Next on Watch the Damn Tape, we're going to get into Saturday night's action from Unrivaled. What it do, peeps? Welcome to Watch the Damn Tape. I'm the Beat Chef. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, thank you for jumping on board. I hope you enjoy the show. Old subscribers, thank you for continuing to push me to make content and help me build this thing. Let's get into that action from Saturday night in Unrivaled. We're going to start off with the Laces and the Lunar Owls. The Lunar Owls came off of that big loss on Friday night to the Rose. Got their first loss of the season. The Laces, injurybug.com. Tiffany Hayes didn't play. Jackie Young was out. Benasia Laney Hamilton was out for personal reasons. Kate Martin was out. Alyssa Thomas has been out, seems like almost the whole season. So the only people they had was Kayla McBride, Natisha Heidemann, and Stephanie Dolson started. Their reserves were Ariel Atkins, who just got signed, and Kiki Jefferson, who got assigned from the Phantom over to them in relief. So this ragtag, it was a ragtag unit. It was close early. Second quarter, they opened it up. At halftime, it was 57-42. They just exerted dominance in this game. The Lunar Owls were basically pissed off about how they played on Friday night, and they took it out on a depleted Laces squad. Kayla McBride she didn't even hit 20. Kayla McBride's consistently getting 20. Played 19 minutes, scored 18, 6 of 13 from the field. Natisha Heidemann had to start, 4 of 11, 11 points. Stephanie Dolson, 3-8 from the field, 7 points. Ariel Atkins, 3 of 10, gave him 10. Kiki Jefferson gave him 14. I mean, played decent. Real scrappy, played decent. Lunar Owls, explosive. Allisha Gray didn't have a great game last game. 17 minutes, scored 26 points, was putting in work. 9 of 15 from the field. Skylar Diggins-Smith, 9 of 17, had 25. Napisha Collier only played 12 minutes, had 16. Courtney Williams had 11. Shakira Austin chipped in 10. They shot 52% from the field, shot 47% from 3. That was the game. The Laces shot 38%, shot 29% from the three-point line, 7 of 24. Ain't gonna cut it. It gets to the point in this league where in this particular game, there was 2-on-1 fast breaks and blown layups. Very weird. Skylar Diggins-Smith and Allisha Gray on a break, blown layups. Same way with Ariel Atkins and Stephanie Dolson. It's bad play. Shakira Austin, when there's a big in the game, she won't go in the paint. But man, she was getting guarded by Natisha Heidemann in the paint, and she was working her. It's weird. It's very weird how the game structure is in this game. The refs once again got in this game. Natisha Heidemann got a tech from the bench because she was getting hacked by Collier, and it wasn't getting called. They let a lot of stuff go, and then they call weird stuff. Shakira Austin fouled out the game, and she had got a tech before she got fouled out the game because she felt like some of the stuff she got, some of the calls, she went straight up for a rebound over Natisha Heidemann, and she's 6'5", and they called over the back. It was very weird. She went straight up and got the rebound. So these refs, every game, they're going to make their presence felt. You're going to see the refs. You don't know their names like you do in the WNBA, the officiating crew, but they make their presence known, and they dictate the pace of the game. 88-60 was the final, and it was over early. It was in the third. They stretched the lead it was nothing the Laces could do. Even down the stretch, just executing was poor. Just firing up shots just to fire them up. Everybody's shooting threes in this league. And nobody hits league threes on a consistent basis that I've noticed in any of these games. Not one of the teams. They got great shooters on every team for the most part, but they're not consistent on the three. They have easy twos that they can get, and they'll pass up a two for a three, which is very weird. They'll get in the paint and they'll kick it out for a three. They don't take easy money at all. But this is I think this is the second highest scoring game. I think the Lunar Owls got over 90 once, and this was 88. And it was a thumping. This was a thumping. I hope they play the Rose one more time without foul trouble and see how that game turns out. But this was a impressive win by the Lunar Owls. They improved to 9-1. The Laces are still in second place at 5-4, but they're in basically a virtual tie with the Rose right now. The Vinyl and the Phantom, close game for the most part, but there was a stretch in this game where the Phantom really put it on the Vinyl. At about the 3-minute mark in the first quarter, Ryan Howard goes up for a layup and gets fouled by Katie Lou Samuelson. Adam Harrington challenged the call. Didn't think he was really going to get it, but he just did it really just to get a timeout, just to get a breather. I told you, these guys use challenges as timeouts in this league because these women are wore out. He actually gets the challenge, wins it. They call an offensive foul on Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard, I believe, picked up her second or third foul. They take Ryan Howard out the game with 3 minutes. In that 3-minute span to close out the second quarter, they ran off a 14-6 run. Basically, with all 3-pointers and one. But that was it. I mean, Katie Lou came down and popped one. I mean, it was a quick scoring burst. T.U.S.S.L.E hit a 3. Natasha Cloud scored on the and one, and they pushed that lead. And that's basically what they did the rest of the game. They just kept that same cushion. They ended up winning 79-72. Sabrina Ionescu, 9-22, 2 of 8 from the 3-point line. I'm telling you, they cannot hit threes to save their life. She ended up with 22. T.U.S.S.L.E played 16 minutes, had 13. Katie Lou with 8. Brittney Griner played 17 minutes, had 22 points. Natasha Cloud. This one thing, Natasha Cloud don't get credit. Natasha Cloud, and I'll say Brittney Sykes. 2 unheralded players that are real scrappy, can handle the ball, and will go to the paint and play defense. Natasha Cloud was 6-14, had 14 points. They shot 63% from 3 and 56 from the field. That just obliterated. I'm telling you, in that one stretch in the second, just 3 minutes. It was 3 minutes of bad basketball by the Vinyl, and every time the Phantom came down, they would just fire it up. Ryan Howard had 18 points in the first half and ended up with 28. For a stretch, just disappeared. 10-24 from the field, 7-13 from 3. Dearica Hamby, she went AWOL a lot in this game. Had 6-13, had 19 points. Jordan Canada with 13. Ray Burrell with 10. And Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah. 1 of 3, had 2 points. The other night, she had a bagel. Teresa Weatherspoon knows she can't play. That's why Aaliyah Boston's only getting 11 points. And this game was funny. Brittney Griner and Aaliyah Boston have a lot of history. And I know Aaliyah Boston hasn't been in the league that long, but Brittney Griner was wearing Aaliyah Boston's ass out. Aaliyah Boston looked slow and big, and Brittney Griner was trying all kind of moves: turn around, step back, go through, go by, you name it. They had to get Aaliyah's ass up out of there. They had to get her out of there because she was getting abused. She was getting abused. She just posted her up. I mean, even the smirks that Brittney Griner was doing, you can tell this ain't week one of Unrivaled. All I told you in week one of Unrivaled, it was sportsmanship and hey girl and hey and all. They ain't doing that no more. They really playing like the WNBA. It's gotten rough and rugged. Way more chippier, way more fouls. Even in the other game, Skylar Diggins Smith just tackled little Kiki Jefferson and lit her up. And they didn't call a flagrant. They just called a common foul. But you could see Skylar Diggins Smith saying the B word and everything else. WNBA action is in Unrivaled now. It has reached that point in Unrivaled. Their true nature has came out. It came out in this game. It was real chippy this game. Real chippy. T.U.S.S.L.E got teed up. She was talking noise to a ref. These refs, like I said, they're thin-skinned. They can't handle. They don't want you to say nothing. T.U.S.S.L.E said something and gave the ref the ball. She was holding the ball behind her back, and then she tossed the ball. She bounced the ball to the ref. I guess the ref didn't like it. The ref teed her ass up, and she was getting fouls. They were calling fouls on her and De'Arica Hamby. They weren't letting them play. Let them get physical. I mean, they don't really have a true post on the vinyl, so they're using De'Arica Hamby as their big, and she's got a battle. And T.U.S.S.L.E's super athletic. But this game came down, even at the end of the game in the fourth, it just came down to execution. The Vinyl had a chance to even come back, even with that 14-6 run that they gave up at the end of the second. They had a chance to cut the lead. Just execution. Poor shot selection. And I'll say one thing about Unrivaled that's been consistent. For as many games as they've played, the amount of sucking wind is astronomical. It was 2 minutes. They only played 7-minute quarters. It was 2 minutes had passed by in the third, and I saw T.U.S.S.L.E just. There was only a few possessions, only a few up and downs, and remember the court is shorter in length. T.U.S.S.L.E was sucking wind, and when you suck wind, you make mistakes, and that's why you start seeing all these fouls and these reach-ins and all this chippiness. And half the time, hell, I think some of them are just fouling just to catch a break, a breather. It is crazy that this league and these women talked and boasted about the facility and the training regimen that they had, all the training apparatus that they had available, and the condition is poor. Arike Ungwale was out for her. I think this is her second game because she got hurt that Tuesday. Her second game missing. But Aaliyah Boston almost looks like a defensive end out there. She got to be pushing 260. Easy. 260. 245 to 260. She like a D end. No lift whatsoever on her shot. There was times where there was loose balls. Aaliyah Boston wouldn't even give an effort to go run for them. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana gives Aaliyah Boston one more year and then moves on from her ass. Just move on. But she got exposed big time this game by Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner was killing her. Schooling her. The Vinyl are 4-6. Phantom are 3-6. And in the standings go today, the Vinyl are still, this is how bad this league is. The Vinyl are still in fourth place. But the Phantom are right there. Phantom are 3-6. All it takes is 2 wins and a couple vinyl miscues, and it could flip, and the Phantom could actually make the playoffs, which is crazy the way they started, and especially with Sabrina leaving for a few games and missing early part of the season. But that was Saturday night in Unrivaled. Let me know your thoughts on the game. What did you see? What players are standing out to you? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, folks, peace.